What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close. excuse me, and we are now 199 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. So, if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, as always, make sure you guys are following me, on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below. Excuse me, I'm already having problems today. As will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. Again, be sure to follow me on my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below. And also, I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. Looking at the ban list recently, do you believe Konami made the right decision? Or do you believe it was a big mistake? If so, if it was a right decision, what makes you think it was the right decision? If you think it was a mistake, then what decks do you believe should have been hit on the ban list? Let me know down in the comments below. And speaking of ban lists, I have a feeling that this deck at some point down the road might end up making the ban list, because we have a brand new batch of Nouvellez support in Duelist Advanced. Now, interestingly enough, the Nouvellez archetype has slowly started to become a very interesting strategy in terms of playability and in terms of like how many in terms of like how many negates it's able to put up. And honestly, it's not too bad. I know I've seen it get played maybe once or twice on Master Duel. but in terms of like ritual decks, it's usually Makanko that I normally see get played the most of on Master Duel. And let me tell you, Makanko, it is a cancer to society on Master Duel. It ain't fun. But there are only 3 cards to talk about in this video, including a brand new spell and 2 monsters. So let's get down straight to business. Kicking things off, we've got Nouvellez Recipe Book, Recettes de Nouvelles, which is a continuous spell. And the effects read as followed. While you control a Nouvellez monster card, all face-up monsters your opponent controls are changed to attack position. Each time a monster is tributed by a ritual monster's effect, your opponent pays 850 life points. Once per turn, if you special summon a ritual monster, except during the damage step, you can target one of them, add 1 recipe or Nouvellez card from your deck to your hand, except a continuous spell, and if you do, increase that monster's level by 1. You can only activate one copy per turn. So this is basically final attack orders, but for your opponent, and if the card was on steroids. Literally, if it forces your opponent to pay 850 life points, almost like your opponent is at a restaurant in Paris, spending thousands of dollars on a massive 10 course meal. Literally, that's what this deck is about. And excuse me. And this basically is also in a way This is kind of like your continuous rota, your continuous like rota or stratos or whatever, where where you get to add cards to your hand, and being able to, you know, um, to just increase your monster's levels by one, which is perfect for pretty much just about like any like synchro based plays that the deck could possibly have. So this is probably one of the best like spell floodgates we've seen in a very long time, especially for this deck anyway. Especially for this deck anyway. But continuing on from there, next up we've got Chef de Nouvellez, which is a 3-star light fiend pendulum with 1,000 attack, 1850 defense. Its pen scale is 0, and both the pendulum effect and the monster effect have multiple effects. So let's get down to it. So the first pendulum effect reads: if this card on the field is tributed and added to the extra deck face up, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. That's effect number 1. Effect number 2: you cannot activate the following. Let's see here. You cannot activate the following effects in the same chain. The second effect reads: once per turn as a quick effect, you can target one effect monster on the field, increase its level by up to 3. And then the third effect reads: once per turn, if your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can banish one recipe ritual spell from your hand, deck, or grave, and apply that card's activation effect that ritual summons a monster. So this is basically Trump. This is basically Trump Witch, but for ritual summoning and for this deck specifically. So I mean, it's not bad. I mean you're basically being able to banish a ritual spell from either your hand, your deck, or your graveyard. You banish it, and this card's effect technically becomes that spell's effect, which is insane. So if you end up using the first ritual spell that was announced, if you end up using that, you basically get to banish that and then go into a giant boss monster right off the bat, which is absolutely incredibly crazy, absolutely insane. Wait, hang on a second. Is that the... Oh my god, I am so stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am so stupid. That was the monster effect. Holy shit. Was that the monster? I think that was the monster effect. Yeah. I'm actually having... Okay, yeah, I'm dumb. I am so stupid. Holy shit. Okay, so that was the monster effect. The pendulum effect reads as followed: during your main phase, if this card was activated this turn, you can add a Nouvellez card from your deck to your hand, except a pendulum monster. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. So this is basically Cyber Dragon on steroids in the worst way possible. Being able to banish a recipe spell from your hand, deck, or grave, and then being able to use that card's effect to ritual summon a boss monster is absolutely insane. And the fact that this card's pendulum effect basically allows you to add a card to your hand is insane. And that's just on, and it's basically on activation. And on special summon, when you special summon any monster, you literally get to take this card from off of your scales, and you put them onto your front lines, which is crazy. Honestly, the Nouvelle archetype is actually starting to slowly become very, very powerful. Very powerful. Now for the final card, and just like the last couple of videos that I did, unfortunately their artworks are not confirmed, unfortunately. But the last card, we've all heard of Hungry Burger, but have you ever heard of Angry Burger? No? Well, you're about to find out right now, because Angry Burger is a 6-star Dark Warrior ritual with 2800 attack, 1850 defense, and it says that this card is always treated as Hungry Burger. You can ritual summon this card with a recipe card, and the effects read as followed: monsters your opponent controls that can attack must attack this card. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand, add a Nouvelle's monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, shuffle this card into the deck. Excuse me. As a quick effect, you can tribute one attack position monster on the field, and if you do, special summon one Hungry Burger from your hand or deck with 2000 attack. So, yeah, this basically is the question of why the fuck it's a warrior. It should be like a plant or a beast. Why the fuck is it a warrior? Somebody explain to me why that's the case. I have no fucking clue why the hell a burger would be a warrior. That makes zero sense whatsoever. But on that note, this basically is Hungry Burger on steroids, and this basically just ensures that you get Hungry Burger on board, and you're able to basically just ritual climb to the big boss monster that the deck can produce. Honestly, these cards are absolutely insane. The deck, honestly, I feel like is lacking. I feel like if the archetype were to get at least a couple of fusions and maybe an Xyz monster, 100% the deck could definitely become a very viable meta strategy. Perhaps maybe even a rogue deck at best, but who knows? But that's just me. That's just my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but that's my honest opinion. But I mean, the Nouvelle's deck, absolutely wild, and it's weird because for years now, Konami has been trying to push for ritual monsters and ritual based decks to be the top cat, if you will, no pun intended, in the game's history, and it really didn't work out. I think like the only like deck that actually became very good besides Drytron was, I think, Nekroz, and Nekroz, oh my god, Nekroz was a powerhouse. You guys want to talk about Teledad being broken? You want to talk about fucking Chaos being broken? You want to talk about Dragon Rulers being broken? No, Nekroz was the biggest cancer to society ever. And that's saying a lot, considering the fact that there have been quite a few decks over the years that were basically a cancer to society. Teledad was one. Dragon Ruler was definitely another one. Zodiac, Full Power Pepe, Tri Brigade Zoo, and even also Mystic Mine FTK, Mystic Mine Burn. Any deck with Mystic Mine in its name was a cancer to society, and a lot of the cards in all those decks, funny enough, they got banned. So that's pretty crazy. I will say though, I think I think the more Konami pushes the envelope with this archetype, I feel like the worse it's gonna get. So I think the best thing for Konami to do is to just not produce a whole lot of a whole lot more support for this archetype. Like again, couple of fusions, maybe NXT's monster. I think the deck would be okay. That's just my opinion, but with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.